when you make money for people, but you're not a financial advisor, Mark.
No, actually I don't make the money for people. What I do is I save them money.
Right.
So basically, if you look at it, people who have been busy working to do what they have to do to make their money, then have to spend money, whether it's through their own time or employ somebody, to do administrative tasks. Most of those tasks are repetitive tasks, and in one way or another, most people have got a computer now that has programs on it that, if linked together, could do those tasks for them
because
automatically.
Computers are meant to be time savers, aren't they?
Yeah, but computers are really dumb, for want of a better word. They don't think. You can't send a computer out to make a sale for you. You can't get a computer to write creative text. You can't get a computer to do those sorts of things. But where they beat the heck out of us is that they can do things faster. They can do the same thing exactly the same way continually. It doesn't matter if they've had too many reds the night before and have a headache or anything like that. They just do it consistently all the time. And as I said, they do it fast. How you use the saving of time is either you can save money out of it or you can generate more money out of it. But what I do is I save the time by using pretty much what you've got.
So you don't have a program that does this?
No. What happens is that we take whatever you've got and make it work together. Most people have the Microsoft Office system in place. Most people have, small businesses have some sort of accounting set up like MYOB or Quickbooks or something. You get those things talking together. For example, you could use a professional who does billing for time that they spend. By putting their entries into their Outlook calendar, we can actually build a application sequence whereby, without doing anything other than putting those entries into the calendar, have those entries convert to a bill, which then goes into their accounting system, and so they no longer have to go through that sequence. That bill is created from them making their appointments in their diary.
Microsoft Office.
And that's using Outlook in Microsoft Office with MYOB.
So tell me about the Northwest Business Development Centre.
Okay, what we did there was, and that's a classic example of finding time, we went through and they had rooms that they hire out with facilities such as data projectors and TVs and so forth. They used to have a paper system where somebody would ring up, they'd write it down, put that paper in one spot and put a booking into a book, but not corresponding. And they found every now and then that they'd get bookings conflicting. And also, all of that information then had to be put into their accounting system. What we've done now is built a system whereby they put the information into for the booking. That booking then occurs. It tells the relevant person what activity they have to do in regard to that booking, i.e. set up the data projector, make tea, coffee available, whatever has been requested. And then after the booking has been done, and it's confirmed, the information goes straight into their MYOB accounting system without anybody having to re-enter it again. Now, for example, there we've saved somewhere around about $11,000 worth of time.
How much time does that represent?
It'd be about 400 to 450 hours per year that they're saving. And they're using it to develop other systems which will enhance the services they provide. So that's a classic example of what we were able to do is get them time, and they now provide a better service to their customers because it's a more accurate service. It's because of the tasking system that we were able to build in. They don't have to worry about it.
It's a big value add for them.
Yeah.
So how do they pay for that?
The system normally runs that we get paid out of the savings we generate. So if we've equated there that they've got about $11,000 worth of savings, if they were to pay us an upfront fee on it being completed, we'd charge 25% of the savings that we generated. But in a lot of cases, people don't have that money available, and it takes a while for the savings to actually be generated because it's generated over a year that we calculate. So what we say is, okay, that's fine, we'll be paid over a year, but we'll be paid 50% of what we save you. Other people say, well, you know, I'm still going to have the same costs because I'm going to utilise the saved time to build up. So in those situations we say, all right, we'll pay us 75% of the first year's savings, but do it over 2 years. So it works out to be 37.5%. And that way we've got 3 regimes that suit the people, but we only get paid out of what we save you.
So what do you do when you approach a business? What's the first thing?
Oh, the first thing we'll do is we'll sit down and we'll do an assessment of what they do and how they do with their procedures. Then we'll put a report out, and on that report it will say, this is what we can save you, and this is how we will go through and do it. Then we agree that that's the saving target. We go through, put the system in. Then we'll sit down after the system's in and actually do another assessment and actually quantify what the savings are, which you can do very easily from stopwatches. And from that, the actual savings generated, and then they're away. The other thing that you've got to live with is, or do it within parameters, we're not about trying to make people into computer or IT geeks, if you like. And so you've got to be sensitive with the system that you put in place to make sure that it is empathic to the existing operating process of the people in the office and so forth. That's also very important, because if you go in, as you know with people, major change scares the bejesus out of them. And if you can do your change so that it's not a major change, so that it fits in with the way that they're doing it, then it becomes far easier for them to be involved in the change and getting the savings to occur. So
computers are dull, and you sound like a very smart guy.
No, I'm not going to make them work.